Now, today, for the first time in person since before the COVID pandemic, leading figures from all walks of life came together to launch Black History Month South. Kerry Swain reports from Southampton.
Good morning, everybody.
Black and white together, celebrating the past, united in their wish for a better future. Many at today's launch of Black History Month South inside St Mary's Fire Station have broken race barriers. The first black councillor in Southampton, an award for the first director of the Southampton Council for Race Equality. Sue Penny came to the city in the 1960s, when discrimination and racism was unchecked, the office now a private house.
People weren't allowed to do certain jobs in the city, such as working on the buses, for instance. People weren't allowed to go into shops, into pubs, and sometimes into churches. And people were discriminated on purely because of the colour of their skin. And sometimes there was straightforward name-calling and sometimes racial attacks. So these are the things that were commonplace amongst black communities.
This was just a corner shop, and the council obviously decided they'd have to put us somewhere. And the government was giving out money because of Enoch Powell's Rivers of Blood speeches and so on. And they were obviously worried that something should be done to try and stop this racism.
Young people eager to learn more black history. Ebony is 13.
In school, you learn about history, but you mainly learn about white history. They'll cover the slave trade, but that's just what they have to cover, where they don't really dive into black history. It's history, but you might as well call it white history. So I just think it's important that more people need to know about black history, whether you're white or black.
The whole purpose of having Black History Month as we have it right now is that it should be the roadmap to its own demise. Because once we've got enough information out there, there's enough inclusion, then eventually there'll be no need for things like this. It will just be part of history.
The theme of this year's Black History Month is original influences, from historical figures to Stormzy. A month of culture, conversation and celebration lies ahead. Kerry Swain, ITV News.
It was a great event. I managed to pop along a little earlier on today. And the great thing was that, they did keep it going, but Zoom is not the same as meeting people.
You could tell by the pictures, actually, just to be in a room chatting to people.
And eating.
Yeah, and eating.
Eating.
Always about the eating. Right, let's get a check on the weather forecast with the details for us tonight. Here's Holly.